things that I constantly think about is, what else did the guy write? Now, the first march is not part of that question, because another thing that really gets me is really neat pieces of music back here that nobody ever seems to play. Let's Go is a march that in the original edition was called a gallop. And it really does do what it says. Let's go. H.J. Woods, Harry John Woods, here we go. Ready? Gilmore was presented, unfortunately, that's why I had to leave. But T.P. Brooke, Thomas Preston Brooke, wrote a lot of good early marches, 1880s, 1885, 1899. This one was written to Patrick Gilmore when he's director of the 22nd New York Regiment and this is a little bit slower tempo. Da-da-dum, 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 da-da-dum. Lots of 16th notes. Okay? There we go. And
Hang on.
hang on. Hang on. Hang
Here we
on.
go. You got some space. Here.
It's always the percussion section.
The concussion section.
Yes.
Why aren't you sitting there? Why aren't you sitting there?
We're good.
Did you use this? Well, if I was directing this band, you'd be sitting there. Because that way, the flute would be pointing that way away from the audience. Are you guys, have you figured out it's a march? Okay.
I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
You good?
3/4 time?
Yeah, that's all.
All right, here we go. Now, Is there anybody here who's never played National Hymnal? This is the same composer. And this is another example where the guy that's known for one march, National Hymnal, has written other neat good stuff. Here it is, America Victorious. This I first heard in Asbury Park, New Jersey. The Asbury Park Municipal Band used to play this all the time. It was a favorite of Frank Ryan, the director, and I really think it should be played more because it's a good march. 1, 2, 2. red and blue lights pulling up behind you, and guy getting out with a hat on saying, you know what speed you're going? This is, they call people who are in traveling circuses troopers, and they were called Knights of the Road. This is what I call a really great heavy march. It's one of these marches that just gets the audience's toes tapping, their brains going, and when you finally hit the stingers, clapping. Now, right now, when you get to the trio, you go down to the bottom of the page, you got a DS up to the beginning of the trail. I'm sorry, this one. DS, the beginning of the trio, and it goes all the way down to the fine, which is Italian for wonderful. Here we go. 1, 2, here we go. Without telling you about somebody very important. There's a man named Harrington Kit Crissey. And you all know that he's involved with this EBCB thing right now. But I gotta tell you, beyond that, he has been so much help to me with my encyclopedia of band music, and translating Russian into English, and translating Czech into English, and translating my concerns into my joy. And with this ECBC thing, he is a key person in this whole band world. So there's Kit Harrington Crissey. Without Kit Crissey, This would be the East Coast boring citizenship. All right, you gotta rehearse the whole program now?
Any further announcements?
On behalf of everybody who attended the conference this morning, and I'm just the guy who winds the clock up. These are the people, the presenters, who make it go. But I'd like to thank all of you for coming out this afternoon. And Chuck, I'd like to thank you and anyone else who set up the donuts and coffee for us this morning. It's always a joy to come here, and we look forward to seeing you next year.
Thank you.